We're expecting a child soon. That is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I'm super excited. I'm also super stressed and scared about the world that I'm bringing them up into, and my ability to give them the world that I want for them. That's 100% the best and the scariest thing happening. My name is Kevin Ashwood. I'm 27. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I am a real estate advisor, and I'm voting for Kamala Harris.
My name is Jessica Mayfield Ashwood. I am 27 years of age from Detroit, Michigan. I am a clinical social worker acting as a therapist currently, and I plan to vote for Kamala Harris.
I think in the previous election, we were just coming out of college, so life hadn't really began yet. I think we were voting more so with our core values and our beliefs, whereas now I do feel the pressures of like an emerging middle-class American citizen and what that means for my family, for finances, for healthcare, for these issues that are not just talking points about how I view life or my principles or ideas or philosophy, but actually what, that means for my bank account and, my family's livelihood.
I would like for our son to grow up in a world where he is not at risk with losing his life. Raising a black son is a very scary world to live in, especially with just thinking about the idea of racial profiling and things like that. It doesn't matter what class he's from. It doesn't matter how good of a kid he is, or even as an adult, how he is. Just based off the color of his skin and him being a male, that is a threat to society at this point. And this, in a perfect world, I would love for that to never be a thing he has to experience, is that racial profiling. I would love for him to not have to be susceptible to so much debt in his life.
I mean, we can give him everything we have, but there's only so much that we have to give him, but that he can take that from wherever he is and, whatever spot he started off at and be able to actually climb that. I think that the message has been muddied in what the American dream is, who deserves to have it, and how do you get there.
I would love to see them be able to look more into, even if it's not universal health care, how can we correct some of the healthcare costs that are eating up debt for folks in the middle class, maybe higher class too, but definitely middle class folks are being greatly impacted by healthcare debt. As a person who's went to college and has several degrees, student loan debt is also a very large concern, and not just the loans, the interest on top of that.
I would say when it comes to policy, definitely looking at in terms of racial matters, accountability as it pertains to policing. I don't think that I'm advocating for a removal of police or even a defunding necessarily of police, but definitely a holding of accountability and kind of looking at those systems that are in place. We're more alike than separate. Most people are hurting. Most people within both the Democratic and Republican Party, we have this idea of there's a good side and a bad side, and it's not. It's really just people who are trying to make amends for their family. Everyone wants their kids to be safe. Everyone wants to be able to take care of their family. Everyone wants to feel like their voice matters, that they're not forgotten by their government.
I would say that I am hoping for a peaceful election and transition, and making sure that everyone is informing themselves during the vote.